Hi, my name is KeltonFX, and today I'll be showing you how I created my Chang'e moon goddess sculpture. Chang'e in Chinese mythology was a beautiful woman who was married to the archer Hou Yi. Because the earth was being scorched by 10 suns, the Emperor Yao sent Hou Yi to shoot down the other 9 suns, and in return would give him the elixir of life. After shooting down the suns, Hou Yi was given the elixir and he took it home to his wife Chang'e. He hid the elixir under the bed, hoping to save it for both of them to drink it together. But in her selfishness, Chang'e took the elixir for herself and drank it. And after doing so, she floated away to the moon. Because Chang'e drank the elixir of immortality, she would live on forever in solitude, with no one but a white rabbit as her companion on the moon. This cautionary tale was used to show people the consequences of selfishness. There are many variations of this tale, but this is the one that I grew up with as a child. As time went on, Chang'e eventually became revered as the goddess of the moon. For Zongqiujie, or the Mid-Autumn Festival, families will often leave out mooncakes and tea and look at the moon. It's often seen as a time for reunion and celebration. And the tale of Chang'e always reminds me of the times when I was a child and I would have mooncakes and tea with my family. So this piece means a lot to me. I know in my usual videos I tend to narrate the entire process of how I create a piece, but I decided for this one I wanted to allow the audience to just enjoy the process of me making the sculpture. It was also the first time in a long while where I sculpted everything from scratch, and I didn't rely on using a doll for a base. While I will continue creating doll customs in the future, I think this piece gave me a lot of confidence in my skills as a sculptor, and I will continue to create a lot more pieces from scratch in the future. In creating this piece, I had to work with a lot of materials that I wasn't super comfortable with, and I think I really pushed myself with this one. I also had to work with some clays that I hadn't worked with in a long time, such as Super Sculpey, and I also used a new material called Cosclay, which is a flexible polymer clay which I used for the fabric that was floating around her. I also worked with a lot of clear resin for the base of the sculpture, as well as UV resin, which I have used in the past, but more sparingly for little details. So creating things like the waterfalls, as well as the base, which is like a pool of water, was really challenging for me, but it was also interesting to see how far I could push myself. I also had to work out some engineering issues, and the design did deviate from my original sketch. Overall, I was really happy with how the piece turned out, and I hope you enjoy my process. When I was creating this piece, I really wanted it to have a surreal quality to it. I wanted her to look like she was floating away and her body was slowly transforming into waterfalls. I wanted her to be holding the elixir in her hand, and some of it was pouring away into the water and becoming part of her. I also wanted the fabric around her to look like it was levitating, because that was a very common style of art seen in classical Chinese paintings as well as sculptures. I also had to include the rabbit and the moon, since those are really important motifs in her story. Her makeup and hair are based off of Tang Dynasty clothing. And recently I've been really inspired by Dunhuangwu, which is a type of Chinese dance, which is rooted in Buddhism. It features a lot of intricate jewelry and clothing, as well as floating fabrics and intricate hand movements. And to finish the piece, I sculpted a little tablet with my last name engraved in it, and I also gave it a patina finish. I really hope you enjoyed watching me create my Chang'E sculpture, as well as the lore behind their story. I'm so glad I'm able to share a part of my culture. This brings me to the end of my Chang'E piece, and I hope you enjoy the final result.